It's 20 guys on this side and 20 guys on that side, and then you just get punched, kicked. You gotta walk the line twice. And there's 40 guys, and all you gotta just take it, I guess. And if you don't take it, then you get whooped on nasty. We had a brother one time. We had to throw his ass in the river over here because he was just tricking on the police on everything we were doing. Yeah, when you get initiated, you walk the line twice. That's if they want you. There's a lot of ways you can get beat. See, you can get branded too. You're supposed to really get branded.
What?
You get a crown put on there or a future stone put on there.
The branded is a tattoo?
A tattoo. Like all these peewees right here you see, by next week they shall all be branded. That's a law. Regardless of anything.
That's the law of the nation?
Yeah.
And then it means that you're a king.
And you're brothers. You consider yourself brothers. No matter what happens or what money you guys love, you guys are brothers. You guys can't run on each other. You guys can't be dissing nobody. And you guys look out for each other. Anytime any brother's getting smashed, even though if you're with your mother, you gotta help out this brother. There's no reason about that.
Your brother, and the brother's departing. He's going somewhere else. We always shake their hands, give him peace, and tell him, "Hey, brother, I'm up."
Caminaré en presencia del Señor. Caminaré en presencia del Señor.
This is our hood. Last time we were walking through here, Dwight, there was a royal that was passing through here and he got thrown out for this bridge. We threw his ass off. Right here? Yeah. We took off his clothes and everything. We were walking through here. We dragged him over there. We threw him by the falls. You can't walk in this river in the night, bro. You get yanked. See, right here, this, our queens did that. Our land queens did all this. This is a long time ago when we had queens, because we don't got queens anymore. Right here's where we come in here when we do our wall. We have a wall over here for Negro when he got killed. The Pee-wees made a wall for him. Right here's where everybody gets together. This shit is heavy, bro. But you gotta watch out because you can get killed in this river too. Folks be in here sometimes.
They sometimes come here?
Yeah.
Do they know this is...
Yeah, they know we hang down here. Oh. So they come over here too. They hit our walls. They start writing all over our walls. See right there, we got Negro right there, rest in peace. Right here's where we have our meetings too. The police, I was walking on the street with my girlfriend and Negro was already dead, and then they were all cruising through there, and the two cops got out, and then they started whipping on me, and they started beating the shit out of us for nothing. And then we go, "Why you beat our ass?" And then they go, "Cause you guys are spigs," and they started whipping our ass. All right, this was a stone brother. He wasn't a land king, he was a stone. Now he got killed. He got shot in the head, and in the heart, I think, once. Now this brother killed it. He jumped in the gun for another young blood, cause he was 19 years old. So he jumped in front of the gun for a king brother. So this brother, you gotta give him a lot of respect too because he went down for himself. He knew it was gonna go up. He was crazy too. He used to be out on the streets on below zero, Dwight, with a little shirt and a sweater, game banging. He used to fight like 18 of them motherfuckers by himself. And he never used to get whooped. And he was a white boy. He was a crazy ass white boy. That's the crazy ass white boy we had in the neighborhood.
Well, gangs are, I would say, the same as there are approximately anywhere in a large metropolitan area. It's something. It's a thing at a times.
No, just a lot of gangs hanging out here. We'd call the police, and it would be noisy.
The graffiti, well, they got it all over the buildings, and they spray up the trucks, whatever they can get their hands on, or the spray can, you know.
I'm not afraid. Yes, I'm the black belt also. It's not help. Sometimes a lot of a gang, I need this.
Not too much, a lot of gangs over this area. Then policemen, thanks to our police government, they control that gangs, you know.
I got some problems there for the gangs members. And about a week ago, I got shot and missed me.
Yeah, there's gangs, there's just a few gangs, but that's not bad. And as far as, you can leave your back door open and sleep all night long if you wish. I work at 7-Eleven down on Montrose, and I know a lot of them. They're nice kids, but they're in the gang.
you know, you know, they buy from me, but they're just in gangs.
And this is what's taking over, you know. You can't help those things. People are moving in, and the neighborhood has changed. It's not strictly a Jewish neighborhood like it used to be.
This is Mr. of Assyrian. And this is Mr. Shlimon. And this is Mr. Yonan. And this is Mr. Manuel. Champion of the player, Mr. Shlimon. Barchoki. See? He's mad because he's winning. Let's go. They're gonna fight now. Wait.
This American neighborhood that we live in is a melting pot. It's from everybody. And if we work together, play together, we got something.
This is a polyglot neighborhood. It's made up of every ethnic group that you can think of that comes into our communities. And it's like a lovely mixed bouquet of flowers. And we love it. Each one contributes something to the community.
And thanks to America, first of all, and American people, they open door to us, coming refugees over here. We make a new life and a new future.
That I had been faced with so much prejudice in the other parts of the city and the other states I was in, that coming here, it seems like was more or less the melting pot.
There's so many different cultures, and everybody, you know, just get along, try to help each other.
I'm from Bangladesh.
I'm Romanian.
I was born in Israel.
We have Chinese, people from Thailand, African Americans.
India, Bangladesh, Pakistan.
Vietnam, Palestinians.
The Jewish and the Korean.
Cambodians, Laotians.
Greek, Italian, Lebanese.
Spanish, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cubans.
Just about anything that's spoken in the city of Chicago, even sign language.
But this is what's happening on Lawrence Avenue.
Lòng mình thầm mơ bóng dáng ai, tay em đưa nón xin cha nụ cười tình vừa sáng vừa xinh. Tôi yêu cô con gái với trái bơ đào, trên má em hồng, đôi mắt em tình thật xinh, người hay tin bóng tiên nơi địa đàng.
Almighty Latin King Nation. Almighty Latin King Nation.
So you're starting a Kool-Aid shop? Yeah? Where are you going to have it? How long have you lived around here? 9 years. So you're about 11, 12?
Chicago's Albany Park neighborhood is a mosaic of nationalities that is overlaid with another map of gang nations. Street gangs are organized around turf, more than by race or ethnicity. If the neighborhood is diverse, then the gang will be mixed, even if it is called the Latin King Nation.
What is it, Frog? I had a dream. Somebody was beating up on me. It was a nightmare. Look, Toad, your plants, they grew. You know something, Frog? They're beautiful. Grow, seeds, grow, seeds, grow. Grow, seeds, grow, seeds, grow. Grow, seeds, grow, seeds, grow. Princess, remember your promise? It's me, the frog.
Move! Move it!
Get in, come on in.
You had it faded.
Yeah, I know. That's right.
You had it faded.
Shit, I hate that motherfucker once. He's got to sit down.
Hey, Tony, let me
No more fucking jumping in. Fuck them up.
Yeah, come on.
Put that motherfucker to sleep. Put his ass to sleep.
We have to go.
I should be whooping your ass. You perpetrated all this bullshit. Yeah, I ain't fighting so much like that. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Cool out, whoa, man. Cool out, man.
I ain't gonna fight about you.
You don't walk around acting like you missed a big shot, because if you do that, you're going to get your ass kicked. You walk around just like anybody else, nobody bothers you. I walk around from one neighborhood to the other. Nobody bothers me. You don't go in the neighborhood thinking you're badass, because you're going to end up with the badass, all right. You're going to get your ass kicked. There's always somebody worse. And when the day comes when I find them, I'll let somebody know. But until then, I ain't found nobody that's worse than me.
What was your street name?
Bear,
How'd you get that name?
because I was big. And I was just about as bad as one.
At the beginning of my research, I moved into Big Red, a sprawling, dilapidated tenement in the heart of the neighborhood. I chose Big Red because it was a microcosm of the community.
I really appreciate
I made Big Red my home because I wanted to experience firsthand the socioeconomic conditions of marginality and exclusion that produce gangs.
Okay, I'll see you later.
The graffiti-covered building stands open to the street and vulnerable to the greed of absentee landlords. Ceilings leak, porches collapse, and the plumbing breaks down. Our water was shut off for 3 days during 105-degree heat because the landlord failed to pay his bills. The people of Big Red refer to such men as slum bangers.
What do I do here? We are living in garbage?
And he should have never threw that manager job on me because I never wanted it to begin with. He hired me as a janitor. The first 2 months was perfect. This place was nice looking. Now look at the dump. The building is in worse shape now than when it started out when I first started.
How can the children play in this garbage? We can't even play here. Can't even find our friends. This smells.
Because I'm the janitor. but I had to pay rent, plus I had to go out and get a job because I wasn't making enough here to stay here and clean up the garbage that's here.
More mice, but I've got rats
50 mice in one side.
that take bites out of the apples in my fruit bowl the size of a quarter. Now, you
That's
know
rats.
that's not a mouse.
That's a rat.
I thought it was
That's what I
children
was
stealing
afraid of.
the fruit.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah, I can't
When
leave
you
my
get
fruit
mice,
out.
when you get mice, and a lot of them, the next ones that come are rats. And I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
We're in trouble here. That means I gotta start laying rat traps. And I mean heavy traps. They have to be anchored.
Call rats, they call super rats.
Okay.
It's not that, Marianne. You
So-
know it's a painful thing to get the rabies shots?
So Mike, you've got rats too?
Yeah, we got rats.
Yeah?
One time I caught about 5 mice in one night.
Nobody cares. We don't have janitor. We don't have manager. We need it just for money. That's all. Nobody cares. Nobody. My kids last week they used
Not
bathrooms,
news,
umbrella, honest to God. Believe me, I have pictures. Still I have the mess.
Between the 60s to now, we've had everything moving in and moving out. And I can't tell you who because there was no who.
How the fuck you getting there?
Same way we went up, bro. We're all family in here. We're all Latin kings. And see right there on the wall, you can read over there by the crown over there with the LK, it says amor. And amor right there means love. Amor stands for a lot of things for the King brothers. It stands for, the A stands for Almighty.
The crown right here, that's our nation. This is what we write on right here. This is our crown. This is what we write in the streets, in our neighborhood. And this LK right here, this stands for Latin Kings. See, and it's in black and gold, because this is our colors. Our colors are black and gold. So, and this is our crown, our 5-point eyes. And we have a diamond too.
Right here, as you can see, it says, here the sun shines. Because that's what we're about. We're about black and gold. And the sun is gold. So that's why the sun means something to us. They wrote here the sun shines because Negro, they put his wall right there and it shines on his wall forever right there.
And right here, Negro, rest in peace. That means this person right here died. What I'm writing here is the heart broken in half. That stands for the disciples. This is the disciples sign. That's what they write in the walls. And they put disciple. And we put DK, that stands for disciple kill it.
Street gangs have developed a complex visual code for displaying identity and challenging rivals. Their communication system, an intricate network of symbols, icons, and logos, is based on a binary opposition between two rival factions, people and folks. There are more than 100 gangs in Chicago, each with its own logo and symbols. Latin Kings, Future Stones, Latin Lovers, Disciples, Imperial Gangsters. But all of them are aligned with either the People Nation or the Folks Nation. People gangs, such as the Latin Kings, represent with the number 5, a 5-point star and a 5-point crown. Folks gangs represent with the number 6, a 6-point star and a 6-point crown. Gangs also represent by reversing, inverting, and breaking the symbols and letters of the enemy. Affirmation by negation. The pitchfork is a major icon of the Maniac Latin Disciples, a folks gang. Inverting the pitchfork, while breaking a 6-point star with the number 5, is a symbolic way of putting down the gangs of the Folks Nation. Here is the word folks painted by members of the Folks Nation. The letter L is reversed to put down the Latin Kings. Note that the O is a 6-point star. Here is the same word, folks, spelled by a Latin king. Gang graffiti are a complex, highly structured way of inscribing the urban landscape.
See, but Latin Kings is not only just like a gang, it's a family. Leave one behind. You would always, yeah. Everywhere we go, we watch each other's back. We never leave nobody running behind.
Well, you know who's out on the street all the time? Yeah. It's us young blood.
Once a king, always a king, that's it.
We're out here getting shot at, getting killed.
Right before it turns dark, that's when everybody's at home taking their showers, eating, and coming out to party and shit. That's when you can catch all the gangbangers.
Street youth use the body to signify gang allegiance and communicate coded messages. The body becomes a mirror and mobile extension of the graffiti painted on walls. The signifying techniques of the body are multiple and highly nuanced. Color of clothing, brand of tennis shoes, and style of lacing. In addition to the walk, the street swagger, the way of holding the arms, called crossing up, handshakes, and hand signing, are ways of sending precisely coded and power-charged messages. Busy intersections at night become street theaters for these performative displays of identity. This urban ritual of marking turf and dramatizing self is called holding down the hood. Negro was chased into a dark alley and beaten severely on the night of April 29, 1989. He died the following day. He was born on July 4th, 1972 in Guatemala, the third of 5 children. After his uncle was killed by a death squad, his mother brought the family to Chicago in 1980.
And before he died, Negro told us that he would like to die in this neighborhood.
And he was still young. He was only 16 years old.
Like Negro, that brother was down.
Right here.
He was fighting like
17 guys.
It was one guy, one king brother against 17 guys with bats. He stopped and started fighting with all of them, and they all surrounded him and they killed him. They beat him to death with bats.
He was at war. 2 carloads of folks came at him. came out on them with bats. He didn't have nothing. He wanted to fight them one-on-one, single-handed, like a brave man does, like a Latin king does it.
You should have seen him, Dwight. You would have seen him, man. You didn't go to the hospital, right?
I didn't go to the hospital. I went to the funeral, brother.
His head was, man, Dwight, this was like over here. It was smashed in nasty, bro.
His family was they took it real hard when they heard about him, but since they already know he was a gangbanger, they probably thought it was coming sooner or later.
We come here every night. We come
Every
over here,
day,
we stand by
every
Negro's wall. We pray for him in the night. We throw some beer in the water for Negro. So we come over here, it's like a church for us. We come over here and pray for him in the night. See, we pray to Negro to look out for us since he's already in heaven, to make sure that nothing will happen to us out here on the street. So he looks out for us. So he's not really dead for us. He's just looking out for us so nothing will happen to us. Sometimes, I don't know, we be having dreams about him, like he's still with us. Like one time I had a dream that we were beating on some flakes, and then Negro popped out and he goes, hit him like they were hitting me with the bats, like they killed me, kill him. Like that's what I had a dream.
He believed in the crown, and right here they wrote, all of this is his. This is all his, it belongs to him. All these walls. He wrote his name all over this neighborhood, and everywhere we go, we see something that reminds us of him.
Like all cultures, street gangs perform rites of mourning for their dead. Called making a wall, they write the name of the deceased over R.I.P., rest in peace, and embellish it with all the commemorative insignia befitting a war memorial. They inscribe these eulogies to honor and remember the dead and to cope with their own grief, shock, and confusion. As they say, we write our love on the wall.
We will always know that Negro will always live in our hearts. And nobody's gonna forget him because he was part of the family and will always be part of the family. No matter if he's gone or still here. But he ain't gone in our hearts because we still have him up here. And he's always gonna be with us. And all the other brothers who rest in peace, who fought for the nation and died for it, we're always gonna remember them. We'll never forget them. That's just the way it goes.
Caminaré en presencia del Señor. Caminaré en presencia del Señor. Amo al Señor porque escucha mi voz suplicante. Porque inclina su oído hacia mí el día que lo invoco. Caminaré en presencia del Señor. Caminaré en presencia del Señor.
Yo te bautizo.
Cristo, Cristo Jesús, identifícate con nosotros. Señor, Señor mi Dios, identifícate con nosotros. Cristo, Cristo Jesús, solidarízate. No con la clase opresora que exprime y devora la comunidad, sino con el oprimido, con el pueblo mío sediento de paz.
5, okay? Here you go. Okay, who's next? We see more players today. Y'all set ready. Come on in. Come on in the wind. You guys going again? Okay, y'all set ready. Here we go. Watch now. Hey, there we go. There we go. Up in the lead. Here comes 5. Up in the lead. Here comes 10 on the end. 5. That motherfucker won again. Hey, so in our 10 on the end. Got you guys.
Okay, all down.
I can't hold it, bro. I can't hold it with one hand, bro. Oh my! Back of us, bro. Woo!
Hey, Dwight, let me get this shirt. These are the Cobras. Look, Dwight. Right here, these are the Royals.
Those are the Royals.
And these are Royals. These are all the way on the south side. These are all nothing but Mexican gangs. These are Brazos, but these ain't really no more because they're getting killed too much.
On the other side of this bridge right here, once we get on the top,
scandalous area.
When we get on the top, this is the projects. This is dangerous. You go up in there, you're a gangbanger, folks or something, you'll never come back out.
That's right.
When you see APLK, that's what it means. Almighty Project Land Kings, that's from over here. So now you can get these walls right
This
here.
was Deuces right here, but they moved back to Hamlin Park.
So you got this right here, Deuce Hood.
Over there in Kedzie and Diversity, them motherfuckers, man. When you get over there, you gotta fucking keep your shit revved, boy. Cause one time they came out on us with bottles. I said, I sideswiped 2 cars and shit. I had to pull up. Hey, these guys dive in your car, man.
They do.
They'll dive in and grab you by the neck, and the motherfucker will hold on, and you gotta fucking go. You gotta sideswipe a few cars to get them up.
They do.
Now we're coming into Royals neighborhood.
Yeah, this is Royals.
Simon City Royals, yeah. That was all written
On
up.
the other side of this Viaduct right here.
Yeah, this is Royals, yeah.
Now we're in Royals neighborhood now. So they're all white guys.
My fucking hubcap, right?
Yup.
Motherfucker. Boom. Damn.
See, at nighttime, this neighborhood is so dangerous.
Yeah. See, this is a dangerous place right
At
here.
nighttime, it's dangerous. They go
See,
from
Deuces used to be. Deuces used to be. See how the buildings are? They're fucked up. The wind will blow it, and they smoke their weed. This building was.
You can go all the way down to the alley. That's all there is, number writing.
You should see the
So you can get the whole thing. But we can't just get out the car and go in them hallways.
Yes, we can. We got them with us, man. The cops can't touch us, man.
I ain't talking about them.
Yeah, right.
I'm talking about the real ones.
What's AP on these?
Almighty Project
yeah.
Land Kings.
Little kids gonna end up to be gangbangers.
That's Puerto Rican flags.
It's talking about free the prisoners. This
That's
is Humboldt Park right there in the corner. The worst neighborhood in I wouldn't go in that park to do no picnic with nobody.
I read that in the book too, that it's the worst for
Because you might be here, somebody come out on the gangway or out of the bushes on you. And they'll hit you 2 times. Blah! And you're gone. Rockland, Potomac, and Beaches Spalding are the worst neighborhoods in this Chicago area. And the way I like it, because this the area I grew up, born and raised at. Where we live at on the north side, we got Philippines, Chinese, Assyrian, Puerto Rican, Mexicans, and white.
And these guys just came out of the alley, and they don't say nothing to you because when it's gang, in this neighborhood, you're in a certain place, you're through.
No,
They're
in
gonna shoot
this
you.
neighborhood
They
like
wanna
this,
kill you.
like over here, there's Iraqis, Assyrians, there's Greeks, there's Hindus, and everything. They don't care, you know. If they see some Spanish, they see a group of guys hanging out, they're gonna say automatically another gang's gonna come out. They say these guys are gangbangers. They're all hanging out at this time of night. Bunch of gangbangers. They're gonna come out there. They ain't gonna say nothing. They're gonna do.
People will tell people just by the way they act, you know. And a gangbanger knows a gangbanger because the gangbangers always look out for another gangbanger. You know, always looking for somebody to.
And could they tell, like, by, dress or
by the way you dress?
Could you talk a little bit more? Could you talk more about that?
If your head is cocked to the left, your people. If it's cocked to the right, your
Could you
folks.
demonstrate that?
All right, look. If your head is like this, you're a flake. You're folks. Okay, if it's like this, you're straight. You're people. I grew up in this neighborhood, right? Okay, this is who I'm gonna be with. I'm gonna be with them because that's who I grew up with. They're my friends. That's who I have my trust with. That's who I have my loyalty to. That's all about loyalty. Okay, my loyalty is to them because this is where I grew up at. Now, if you grow up on the other side of the fence, your loyalty will be to them.
Like they say, if you're gonna become a gangbanger, you gotta hold it. If you're gonna become a gangbanger just to become a chump, don't even become a gangbanger. If you can't hang, don't join. Like they do in the joint, hook up or pull up. Either way you want it. Am I right?
That's right.
Because I went to the joint for shooting 7 dudes.
For what?
Shooting 7 guys. And I went to joint, I did 6.5 years.
Really?
That's why I got all these tattoos at. You know, I ain't gotta show, I ain't gotta have it on me to show what I am, because I know what I am. I ain't gotta prove nothing to nobody. You know, everybody around here know what I am. So why should I show them what I am? Because I already know what I am, it's in my blood. And I can't help it, but it's in my blood.
And what is that?
Tell me what you be. Tell me what you be.
I'm a Lion King.
Hit your chest.
You know, I'm a Lion King. That's 100%. I'll never leave these brothers down. They need my help, I'm there. They are my family. These are my brothers. These are all my brothers. They're my blood.
More about that.
It's like, you know how our family get together for dinner?
Right.
And everybody does their prayers, but our prayers are different. We get together, we do our prayers, we smoke our pot and all that.
Yeah, give me it, bro. He like this. You ain't gonna do it, bro. Hey, let me tell you.
That's how it's done.
All right.
That's what I think, you know, is the main thing that's missing so far.
All right, we'll do that thing you want.
Okay.
He wants to cruise the hood.
Oh, say it like that, what's up?
Nah, you know what's up with the hoods and shit. Like,
You know, like tonight, like on weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, I like to enjoy myself with my brothers. That's what right now, so sometimes I kind of wild. Because of the prison wise. Up in there, you gotta be wild in order to survive up in there. If you're not wild up in there, you might just want to hang it up.
What do you mean? What does that mean, be wild?
Be wild, you know. See, out here, some of these guys, you know, they act all tough and all that. When they go up in there, they're gonna get busted out.
It's a different story.
You know, they got half of these guys think that they can whoop anybody in the neighborhood. Let them go up in the Stateville, Pontiac, or Menard. They're gonna come back out in the streets to a different person. You know, some of these guys come out of St. Charles, oh, I come out of St. Charles. St. Charles ain't nothing.
That's the baby house.
I'd rather do time there than in Stateville. Stateville, they call Stateville the White House, because there's a lot of people there, they hold down the whole Chicago. Like if I ever were to go back, it won't bother me, because I already know what to expect. See, guys, they never been in there, they don't know what to expect. They see up in there, they see big old guys, 7 foot tall, nothing but muscles, with knives about that big.
I think the thing that was instrumental in bringing the gangs together is the prison system, because most people that come to prison, they have to be a member of one of the gangs in Chicago, because if you're not a member of the gang, then the worst thing can happen to you is you can get killed.
Yeah, okay, but let me tell you this. Okay, kings were Mexican, or Latinos. Kings were Latinos, okay? Royals were Polish, German, Irish, okay? And then viceroys were black. And back then it was a racial thing. But when we came into the mid 80s, it all became people or folks.
Right.
Which way you gonna go? You take this road, or you take the left road, or you take the right road. See, popes is protect our people, eliminate spics. But you see, popes are nothing but a bunch of Greeks. They're grease balls. They come from another country too, so I don't think they have a right to say that shit. Right. See, all white gangs were eliminate spics and kill niggers. But now they're with spics. We got different names for them. Skrilla Joes and shit.
Spanish crowbars, Latin ducks.
Imperial gumps, yeah, and donuts.
Imperial gumballs.
Pigeons or birds.
Latin pigeons.
GBOs are orange and green. YBOs are orange and blue.
Oh, really? GBOs are orange and green?
Parrot green and parrot orange. Pumpkin orange.
Look at these talking. Look at that. Look at that.
You want a family, huh?
Want to hear about Mom? Smile, guy! Yeah, that's fun. This is Mr. Monk. He's a cinnamon ringtail out of Brazil.
Chévere.
Hey, wait a minute. Can we dance this song?
You like to dance too much.
He's too shy. We're across the street neighbors. I met him before, even when I was a queen, but I was younger, and we didn't know that we had met each other this time around. This was about before he got locked up 6 years ago. We knew each other. We didn't know each other as talking. We just knew each other because he was a king and I was a queen.
12 years old, and you were the leader of the Latin Queens.
Of the junior Latin Queens, yeah.
When you were 12 years old.
When I was 12 years old.
And you were the leader for how long?
Till I was 14, for 2 years, till I became pregnant for my daughter. I decided to leave it alone.
And is that difficult? Can you just drop out of a gang whenever you want, or what was that like?
It was easy for me, but it'll be difficult for somebody else. Yeah, they'll get a V. A V is when they get hit, when they get beat up real bad, then they're out. But it was easy for me because they couldn't tell me nothing. I told them. When I was the leader, I was tough about everything before I became the leader, you know. You had to know, you gotta know certain things that not even your own girls will know them, you know.
Oh, that's how it is, because you gotta know certain things. It's a certain law that you gotta know yourself before you can, in order to be something, you know, like a chief or something. You gotta have a certain law.
Yeah, like how do you become? How do you become the leader of the Queens?
Me, because I had a heart that the other girls wouldn't have, you know. I'll do things that they wouldn't do, you know. They'll be too scared. They were young too, and I was kind of wild, and I thought it was fun.
The women, the Latin Queens, do they do graffiti or just the guys?
Yeah, they did. I had one of the girls we used to stick with got shot and killed doing an envelope, putting a crown up. She was a queen. She got killed making a wad. Some guys passed by and shot and killed her. Wow. She was young too. Yeah. Yamira! Yamira! Come on!
Beso, beso, beso. Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Once you're with a guy like, for instance, Little Man, if he was still king where he game bang, and I become his girlfriend, right there I'm already a queen.
Okay, this is the Dwight Queens. The castle, the Pegasus, got another castle,
like
a few stars.
Spaceship or something.
Something like, you know, like the He-Man and all that.
That is a teardrop.
I did that up in prison.
Yeah, I used to have a tattoo right here. I took it off. I covered it.
These run everybody, Dwight. Then we come, then the disciples come.
Oh, so
these are the three biggest gangs.
Oh,
the Land Kings, the El Rukins, and the Maniac Land Disciples.
Those are for the folk. With the big old cobra going down. And what does this mean, this skull?
That's a symbol of the cops.
I think you know what this thing means. I mean, out of all this gang, I mean, there's death. Everything means death.
Oh, death to gangs?
I guess so, because that's how it really is. You're gonna get, gangs, when you join them, you know you're gonna go down.
That opened my eyes, seeing him lying on the floor helpless, when I can't do nothing about it, and he was supposed to be a member of my gang, right? But that was something like, I don't know, it was like just an eye-opener to me. And ever since that, I never gangbanged again. It was a rainy day, we was just talking about going to get some pizza to eat, right? And we were gangbangers, okay? And then we just went over there. Once I got out the car, because I wanted to get out the car, someone just told me get out the car. As soon as I closed the door, I heard the gunshots and I started running, okay? And then after everything finished, that's when we found out Alex was dead. He was right there in the corner and we just seen him right there. And it wasn't worth it just for him to get killed, because he just started gangbanging. He didn't really know what it was about.
And he was a 16-year-old kid?
16-year-old high school kid. All he was about was dancing. He just enjoyed dancing and enjoyed...
he just wanted to make new friends
have friends, right. And all of a sudden, he wanted to hang out with a bunch of people, to be cool, and get into a gang, be a tough little kid, be recognized from everybody else. That's what happened. Then all of a sudden, You know, there comes the guys. They start shooting at us. We all run. All of a sudden, one of the guys, the police officers was right there. They were right there. And did the police officers do anything? They told us, get out of the way. They get out of the way. Don't move. They were going like that to us. And we told them, there's some guys right there, you know, shooting at these guys. And there was a guy right there on the floor, and they were hiding. Right there in the train station, a half a block away. And that's the truth, bro.
I don't gangbang no more. I like the way I am now, okay? But I can still hold my own if I have to. But it wouldn't really matter to me.
It ain't no good. It ain't no good because when you're wrapped up in it and you're stuck in it, that's the kind of life you have to lead. But there's a bond. There's a certain bond connected. Even if you are, or if you're an ex, you still have a bond with each other. Because you still got that, as they say, you still got that love in your heart.
See,
like that
me,
almighty Latin king love.
I admit it ain't no
that's
good.
in the heart.
It ain't no good. If I see a little kid trying to join, I'm gonna tell him, don't even waste your time.
Really? You would say that to him?
Yeah, like that's my little nephew over there. If I ever see him trying to gangbang, I'm gonna try to bust him up. I don't want him to do that.
Yeah, I do.
I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to follow the steps that I've been through, because he might mess around one day and get killed.
I got a scar right here that I look like I'm bald. You see that?
Yes.
That, I got stabbed here. See, like I said, you get scared out of this shit married or you grow out of it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But the best thing I think for someone to get married out of it.
Like, I got a daughter now. I ain't got her with me, but you know, I got a daughter. But if I were to bring her to Chicago, I won't show my face. I won't let her see me on the corners or anything like that. Really? I try to hide from there. And like if she walking down the streets, I try to run somewhere. She won't see me on the corner with hanging with gangbangers. Because if she sees that, that's what's gonna lead up to the gangbang for her. And then she'll be running around talking about I'm a queen.
There's a lot of older people, they say young people are this and young people are that, and they go out and scream and yell at them. The more you scream at them, the worse they'll be to you. Just like my mother lives on the other side of Kimbo. When they come around, she talks nicely to them. She gets more response talking nicely to them than trying to turn around and calling them names and everything else.
So I talked to him, I said, now these are little bitty boys. If you hit them 100 times, you'll probably kill them. So he said, well, yeah, you're right, you know, Shirley, and this and that. He said, well, because I love you and everything, I'll let them go. So about 2 days later, 2 kids came in, they were real happy, you know. So I was glad they didn't have to beat them up to let them get out of the game. So that was really good.
They'll be more helpful to you if you explain to them than yelling at them. If they get enough of that, that's why a lot of them end up where they're at. But people don't give a shit about them.
The younger people do not understand is that, yes, there's a lot of excitement. The chase in the car, like the police used to chase us when we used to be on the cars, we used to steal cars to get into gang fights. The end result of that, and the end result is nothing.
Some of the things that are still drawing the young people to gangs, first of all, is the conditions in which they exist. There's very few avenues. We have bad education in our communities. We have very little recreational facilities in our communities. Young people, you know, with all their energies and all their, all the energies they have to give it some form. And at this point, gangs are the only ones that are giving it that type of avenue.
More discipline and less having called the cops for everything. Learn to work with the kids. Learn to find out what the problems are with the kids instead of just, you know, disciplining them all the time. Find out what the problem is and have the parents care about what the kids do in school. You know, I can suggest that parents gotta care, the teachers gotta care. They gotta work together. The parents gotta say, hey, I want to know what my kids are doing in school. If they don't go to school, call me.
Well, one of the things they have to structure activities for the children. See, because they want to teach certain things in the classroom, and then they throw them out in the street where reality is a lot different and clashes with what they're being taught in the school. There's got to be some structure activities in school and outside of the school. You know, there's got to be a continuity between what goes on in the school and what they're taught in the school with what is going on outside.
I just got tired of games. I just wanted to be myself. I'm tired of fighting for everybody else. I take care of my own. I'm too old for that already. I have my nephew in the gang. I got him out. I know what it's like. Especially now, he was at the Gaylords. And I just got tired of it. I just told my nephew, hey, I want you out. You're not going to get anywhere. There's too many people with pieces out there that'll blow you away.
It's Superman. Superman ở trong khẩu. Giờ anh Superman ở đâu? I ain't a scary cat. I ain't a scary cat. Don't pick with it. Don't pick with it. Don't pick with the Chinese. Try to fight with me. You so fat. You a bat. You a bat. Oh no. Do it. Do it. Do it. Hey. Get him, Ricky. Get him. Get him, Ricky. Get him, Ricky. Go, Ricky.
Oh, thank you, baby. Yeah. Like, what is your dream for little Jemima here, your baby? What is your hope?
It's totally different from me. Everything's gonna be different. She's gonna go to school. She's not gonna be outside. Like me, I was wild. My mother go to sleep 10 o'clock in the night and I would sneak through the back. Come back 4 o'clock in the morning. My mother will never know I was gone, you know. But I'm different. I knew I could do that. Now my daughters can't fool me because I used to do that. You know, so it's gonna be different. I hope they become different, way different, you know.
Are you a strict mother?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a strict mother. I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I tell my daughter, I'm gonna be young when my daughters be older. So I'm gonna be still young. She's gonna be 19, 20 years old. You wanna go party? Come with mama. Mama will take you party. We'll go together everywhere with me. You know?
I used to meet the gang.
I can make a knife out of that. I can make a knife out of that stand. I can make a sword out of that.
I know Kings, I know Gaylords, I know Royals, I know a lot of them.
The Spanish Cobras, that's the diamonds, see, that's folks. And the fort, that's folks too. And this is the Land Kings. And this is the Crown. This is the 6-point star crack, that's folks. And this is our street, Lawrence and Kedzie. That's our street. These are future stones, they're people. They're brothers, and that's their street. Kedzie and Leland, that's their street. That's it.
I'm serious. That's all we had was